Modern science tells us that the matter that makes up humans and life originally came from the stars. This makes sense if you think about it, as before there were humans or life on Earth, there were stars. The carbon from the stars is in your blood, bones, skin, hair, and muscle. It is the second most abundant element in the human body, and it is essential for life.
64,000 is the median number of words per book. Average person reads about 200 words per minute. Simple math will tell us that is one book in 320 minutes. To accomplish this in 7 days, numbers say you would have to read for 45 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button, like, comment, and share. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Book of the Week series. Every week as I read another amazing title, I share it with the world. My name is Igor S.F. Walker. Today we look at Awaken the Starlight Within. Heartfelt Wisdom to Reveal Your Personal Power by I.C. Robledo. So how about you slow down and relax? Reduce all that noise for just a bit. Make that choice and decide to listen. In this video, we look at a book about finding a better path in life, self-understanding, love, expressing your heartfelt truth, and tapping into a limitless potential. We discover ways to help you arrive at the joy of present moment, even when that is difficult. Stick around till the end. I will share with you some tools I do have and use that will help you tremendously in this game of life. Discover a way to find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. I will share some tools to improve your self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management. The starlight is always there, flowing beyond us, through us, into and out of us. It is up to us how we capture and use the energy. Matter and energy are forever flowing from one form to the next. I am a temporary form that the universe was leading up to. We have been everywhere, in everything, since the beginning. But we are not the end point. The fact that there are so many ways to synchronize with the universe does not mean all of it is a farce and a grand unrelated coincidence. It actually means that we are perpetually invited to be a part of the greater whole happening around us if we open our minds and our eyes to tap into our intuitive abilities, if we are simply aware. Be the light itself, illuminating your path. The light can guide you in and out of darkness, and you will be fine. It is best to cultivate your own inner light and energy. Stop looking outside. Start looking inside. Whatever it is you seek in this life, whether love, happiness, peace, money, joy, respect, knowledge, wisdom, allow yourself to experiment, to see that perhaps by stopping the act of searching for it and halting the desire for it, it will come on its own. The awareness you do have for anyone in the world, any life or any creature, is your bit of love to give. Of course, this only comes from a deep and total awareness. The deeper the awareness, which leads to understanding, the deeper the love that pours from your heart into another. If you have lost heart, you should find your way back to it, not with effort, but simply in returning to what was always there, waiting for you. We must learn to inspect our thoughts more closely. Otherwise, we may be powerless before our toxic, ill-formed, and irrelevant thoughts. The vast majority of thoughts do not have a practical purpose and only function to produce worry, sadness, or hopelessness in us. We should learn to pay more attention to the thoughts of actual value, returning to them as if they were our mental friends. Thoughts that were there to support and help us in times of need. We all have hidden sides of our minds that we are unaware of. Yet, if we search enough, we can explore these subconscious parts of ourselves and make them conscious. This exercise, where you capture the uncapturable and express the inexpressible, is similar to recalling a forgotten memory. Have you ever done that? If you have done this, you know it is possible to shine a light on hidden parts of the mind. Just because it is difficult to do at first does not mean it cannot be done. Just because our environment is pushing us toward an emotion does not mean we must let that emotion run out of control. Something around us may press our anger button, fear button, or embarrassed button. But still, we can rewire ourselves to not always respond with the same thinking pattern, and certainly not always need to respond with the same action. Today, before you respond to hate with hate, take a breath. Before you respond to toxicity with toxicity, take a breath. Try it. Simply try. Take a breath. A deep, full breath. Perhaps like you've never have. Before you respond to someone who exaggerates or misrepresents the facts by doing the same thing yourself, before you get triggered by the statements you read or hear, take a deep, deep breath. Conscious deep breathing has great power. When the situation appears hopeless, all it takes is one person to find a spark of hope to continue forging ahead in the face of darkness. True strength is to see that we can rise above a moment of despair. What you feel compelled to do and what you choose to do must not always be the same. The space between, or the break between those two, is where your freedom is. The misery was never outside. Outside events happened, perhaps unfortunate ones, but the misery happened within, and therefore could only be fixed within. We can look inside and change our thoughts and change our actions. What works for one person may not work for another. What works at one time may not work later. And what happens in one situation may not apply elsewhere. Do not assume that because something works once in a particular situation or context, it will work for you. Try it out and find out by living, doing, and seeing the results for yourself. Turn your life into an irrefutable proof. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, some things are not. It is only after you have faced up to this fundamental rule and learned to distinguish between what you can and cannot control that the inner tranquility and outer effectiveness becomes possible. Start with where you are now. Often we want to fantasize about the greatness we can achieve in the years to come. But if you do get lost in those fantasies, you may fail to see what is in front of you. Train your mind to come back to reality, even if you are in dire straits, lacking resources, lacking a network, and without good guidance. You must acknowledge those facts and then start from that position. When life presents us with an unfavorable circumstance, there's no choice but to accept the reality of the position and then see what can be done, starting right there at that moment. There to look into the reality as it is, even as the path looks frightful and uncertain. This is the way. The most remarkable change we will never see is what has happened inside a person willing to make the change. They no longer need a book, a guide, or an external motivator to make them do the right thing. If they do, the change will not last. What they have found, rather, is the inner will that cannot be beaten down by anything. This is what causes actual change. When the inner will wakes up from dormancy, nothing can stop it. What wakes up the inner will is a direct insight into truth. It is understanding all the pains and problems our actions have caused. Although there is one more key ingredient, we must be willing to embrace something new and unknown. Often we prefer our old life that we have gotten used to as it feels comfortable. Yet to truly grow, we need to be willing to abandon that and go into a new direction. True change begins with a complete understanding of the pain and problems our actions have caused and a willingness to try something new. That has the potential to resolve this. We like to think we are rational and reasonable, but the evidence does not support this. Most people, most of the time, are not basing their decisions on reason. We cannot expect most people to behave reasonably. If we do, we are the ones who are thinking unreasonably. Learn to be honest with yourself as to whether you are using reason, intuition, hearsay, or emotions to guide you. Those who are best at using reason are the ones who are willing to let go of personal desires for specific outcomes, emotional attachments, and the misguided opinions of others. Instead, they seek the truth wholeheartedly, whether or not the truth is a pleasant one. Those who become the best of the best have stopped listening to anyone but themselves. They have cultivated insight and instinct so keenly that they will trust themselves before anyone else. The secret is that any of us could get there at some facet of life, whether a skill or a talent. Do you desire to follow, imitate, and belong to a club? Or do you wish to pursue mastery? Can you find it in yourself to lead, be, and exist on a higher plane of your own? The expertise that matters most is the ability to judge which experts are worthy and which are not. To assess this, You need at least a basic understanding of their fields. Otherwise, they can say anything, and you may believe them. Just a few words, perhaps properly chosen words, are all that is needed to make an impact. But what is more important is if we are ready to hear the words. Whether our minds are open or closed to them is what ultimately makes the difference. Many of us will read a volume on a topic only later to realize we didn't need it. A brilliant move made a second too late or too early would be the move of a fool, while a seemingly foolish move made at the perfect moment could be found to be stroke of genius. The solution to the illness of society is not so much a solution as it is a daily practice. Arrive to experience your whole being and the joy that is here and now. Open your eyes to a deeper understanding. Connect with what ultimately matters in this life. See the cycles and pains of your life for what they are, and then ask if it is time to end that and embark on a new beginning. And there you have it. Awaken the starlight within, heartfelt wisdom to reveal your personal power. Now please do help out. It is easy. Simply like this video so more people can enjoy it. Share it too. Spread the word. Do leave a comment and share your thoughts. Start a conversation. Subscribe to my channel and stay up to date. You know how to do this. And the link to this book is in the description below. So buy it, read. Never, ever stop learning, especially learning about yourself and nature. So gift yourself by taking the free human needs test on my website and find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. If you feel you are ready to improve your self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management even further, do check out my Master of Life Awareness program. The links are in the description below. Thank you. Love and respect.